Welcome back, folks and friends. Collecting Dots here, aka Silver Gold Man. Okay, quick little video here, folks. And, well, you're looking at last night's Google Hangout, my very first Google Hangout. I shouldn't say actually my first. It's my first big one where I kind of make it official. I invited everyone out. And if you didn't get the email, don't worry about it. I'm having another one tonight. In fact, I'll have one every night here until I actually leave towards Dana's Sunshine Coast to capture some great footage here. Okay, now I'll get into the Fukushima thing in a second, but first on that video last night, great information here as far as the Jade Helm, you know, this whole microwave weapon. I don't know if you caught this bullshit, but basically Dabu7 and many others here on YouTube, which are mentioned in this video, have been going around telling everyone that the Army's preparing to use these microwave weapons on people. Anyways, in that video, the last night's Google Hangout, I go on to show how these are actually nodes. They're satellite nodes. It's for telecommunications. I've talked about how the dish itself is concave. You can see here how it's concave and how a normal microwave dish is normally flat. Now, I provide a lot of information here. Go watch the video. You'll get informed as to what's going on. I show even the different models that they have. Long story short, I bust them and I connect the dots and show them how even All News Pipeline, which is Susan Duclos, YouTuber Susan Duclos, promoted by Dabu7, is connected right back to Utah's largest spy center using their IP address. The information's there. You go watch it. Now, in the last 18 minutes of this video, I had to deal with a shill, which is kind of interesting because many of you that don't know anything about this Miss Milky the Clown, you had your first opportunity to see how, well, they can't debate. This is the big thing. It's about name calling. You know, they're big, I'm a fraud, I'm a this, I'm a that, but they can't provide any information. And that's too bad because I would love to debate. But anyways, people that were there last night for the last 18 minutes here, folks, it's not, you know, unfortunately not interesting, but at the very end of the video here, you can see where I've actually captured her comments. So this is one thing I've noticed about these Google Hangouts. Everything you say is immediately gone. The moment the Google Hangout is done and it's uploaded, well, you're left with just a few comments of people that come in there afterwards. So don't worry, guys, if you missed it. Like I said, I'll be doing it again tonight here at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Pacific Time. And okay, so I busted those people. Go watch it. Now, what's interesting is I was talking about this woman here, as I said at the end of the video, Miss Milky the Clown. Her name's Jan Brooks here. She's been doing these YouTube videos, I guess about a month after Fukushima went down. It was clear here, or I shouldn't say it wasn't clear in the beginning, but it became very clear after 2012 that she was part of the nuclear industry. This is why she promotes Energy News. It's the same news website that many people have complained, and I'll get into that in a second. Here it is here, and in fact, if you look right here, you can see Arnie Gundersen. I rely pretty heavily on Energy News, a great news aggregator. So yeah, well, many of you have already complained how they take stories and twist the bejesus out of them. You know, I've caught them lying myself countless times. So when you see Arnie Gundersen up here, it's all very clear. You can connect the dots. So in this latest one here at Miss Milky the Clown's, you know, this is why she has to come out and attack me, folks. As I mentioned here, when I tried to upload some videos, they've been taking down my videos. This is my YouTube channel here you're looking at. So just a couple of days ago, June 5th, twice in a row, I tried to upload that Fukushima Strontium 90, something these people won't talk about, including Arnie Gundersen, okay? They will not talk about this stuff. If anything, listen to the bullshit that comes out of his mouth. This is where you realize that these guys are out to lunch and don't know what the hell they're talking about. Listen to this, honestly.
But at the same time, humankind is so dumb, we can't figure out a way to store solar electricity overnight.
We're so dumb, we can't figure out how to store solar electricity overnight. I'm like, really? Oh, man. Anyways, the poor dumbass hasn't heard of, doesn't know anything about electricity. It's obvious. As I said, I've taken over 3 years of electricity. I can spin circles around this guy. Arnie, it's called a battery, you dummy. That's the simplest form for you dumbasses. Anyways, what's really sad here is I busted Arnie from Fairewinds Energy way back when he was on CNN, telling people that they should not be concerned about these fuel fleas. I'll play a part of the interview and I'll trash him at the end of it. Listen to this crap.
And it's interesting because in Seattle, it didn't go down that much. It was about 5 hot particles a day. Because most of the time, as we talked about back in April, the wind was blowing toward the West Coast. That's why we were warning to wash your lettuce and things like that. Now, what that means is that these hot particles can lodge in your lung or in your digestive tract or your bone and over time cause a cancer. But they're way too small to be picked up on a large radiation detector.
And so, do you believe there are enough of them that people in the West Coast of the United States need to be worried, or is it a very minor concern?
So what do you think, folks, at this point here? Should he answer yes or no? Well, the great old political rebuttal is about to begin. Listen to this bullshit.
Well, the average person breathes in about 10 cubic meters a day. And the filters out there for April show that they were breathing in per day about 5 particles. Now, these are charged, which is why we call them fuel fleas, too, and they latch onto lung tissue. I'm still advising my friends to wash all of your vegetables to make sure you can get it off.
Busted right there. So the moment he said that, because I was holding these nightly radio talk shows, I'm not sure if you were around back then, but in 2011 when the meltdown went down, I had an ex-employee who had worked 13 years at a nuclear plant. I believe it was Oswego, that's the one on Lake Ontario. And he'd worked there for 13 years in the cleanup. So he knew all about the fuel fleas. And when that news came out, he said, holy jumping. And he went on to explain to everyone in the show that night how these fuel fleas have their own energy. They're basically like a flea. They can jump around from here to there. So we knew immediately when Arnie Gundersen, the liar, went on CNN and couldn't even answer, first of all, yes, that they should be very concerned. He can't even give them a proper answer and then goes on to lie and tells them that they should wash their vegetables. This is very sad. And you go listen to the beginning of this. He actually tells, well, that's why we've been telling their friends to take their shoes off at the door. So we have a nuclear industry nut here who's trying to suck money out of you people, and he's using other YouTubers that are set up here to promote the energy news and promote the bullshit, all in order to get your money. This is what's going on, folks. Arnie's back at it again here in his latest interview. It's all about money. He's got the whole family out here. The wife is out here. They have to get some money. Here comes Maggie here. There she is. Good old Maggie Gundersen, willing to kill off the Americans. Just send me some cash because we do a lot of work. She says it takes a lot of work to make all her videos. Please send us some money. We have all these great employees. And here's the employees. Yeah, we work really hard here. Please, my name's Caroline. I got a little bit of a problem here reading the text, but send me some money. And there's buddy here, Dave. Well, I don't know that Arnie's a scammer, but, I do a lot of work here, so send me some money. So these people here, they're not doing any excellent work. In fact, they're flat-out liars. We've caught them lying here on CNN, and that was the beginning of the lie. And I've mentioned here just recently how to upload. I try to upload videos, and they've been hitting me with this, taking down my videos. They don't want people to talk about the strontium-90. They don't want to talk about doing readings of seafood, specific seafood. They want to talk about kelp. They want to talk about water, how the water is becoming radioactive. So again here, energy news, you can see Arnie Gundersen's names right there. He goes on to say, I rely pretty heavily on energy news, great news aggregator, false. They've been busted. So many people have left this place. I remember back in the day, they had no problem getting 4,000 or 5,000 views on a thread. They have a hard time getting 200 views now. So people have caught on to this stuff. My advice to you folks, you stay away from these scammers. I'll leave her a link down below if you want to give her a nice big fat thumbs up on this Arnie Gundersen scam. And yeah, what can I say? Stay away from these people. They're going to absolutely lie to you and defraud you out of your money. And what's best is how they're all connected up to the fraudsters who have already ripped off people, absolutely lying about their credibility, what they can do. So yes, when they all tie up together, you stay away from these scammers. They do not do Fukushima news. It's a Fukushima fraud here with Miss Melky and Energy Winds, or yeah, Energy News and Fairewinds crap. Take care, folks.